Cafes are often a place where you can see writers tapping away on their keyboards or scribbling in their notebooks. Well, it was only a matter of time before a program fostering this relationship was created. I'm here with Eliza Hull, who is the Cafe Poet Program Coordinator. Thank you for being here with us, Eliza.
Thank you.
First off, I just wanted to know, how did the program come about?
It came about through the acting director of Australian Poetry, Paul Cooperman. And he just had this idea where he thought, why don't we put cafes and poets together and have a poet write in a cafe and get free coffee and tea for part of the program.
So at the moment, how many poets do you have working in cafes around Australia?
Currently we have about 30 different poets in different cafes.
Now, with the poets, do they get to sort of choose their location? How does it all work?
Yeah, they suggest a cafe that they either normally go to anyway, or it's near the area that they work or where they live.
Yep.
And then we contact that cafe and try and partner them up together.
What's the benefits for this program, I guess, for the poet and for the cafe itself?
Okay. Yeah, well, for the poet, it's a space to write. So a lot of the different poets normally say to me that they, feel constricted in their house and they need to get out because they've got kids. So basically, it's a space that they can feel inspired. And it's also a way for them to not feel so isolated, because poetry, I feel, is a bit of an isolated art form sometimes. And so it's a great way that they can interact with people. And for the cafe, it's a great promotional tool. We put it on our website and we got a lot of media attention. So it's great for everybody involved.
Sophie, our poet in residence, tell me about the program.
Well, when you submit to Australian Poetry and you tell them what you want to do, you have to pitch it. You have to tell them what you're going to do, what the benefits to the cafe are,
Yes.
to yourself and to the community.
Yep.
So you've got to lay it all out
Lay
for
it
them.
all out, yep.
And so you do whatever you want with the space and time that you have. And I run like a poetry stall, so people come up, tell me what they want a poem about, go away, have their coffee, I type it up for them, and
voila!
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
Exactly.
what is the craziest sort of piece that you've written for someone, or what are more the wacky sort of pieces that you've written before?
I've written a lot of really weird ones.
Okay.
And people just come up and they're like, what am I going to have a poem on? Oh, I know. And then one guy wanted one on concrete, but he wanted a reference to Richard Nixon in it.
Oh, so
And,
you are really sort of put on the spot to try and
Yeah,
put two and two together.
Yeah, but I kind of encourage that, because if they say something really specific like their boyfriend, then I'm kind of stuck with their boyfriend.
In general.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if they say I want one with references to these three things, then I get to run wild.
I guess for someone who hasn't written poetry since probably primary school, do you think that poetry is making a comeback with programs like this? Is this something that's been missing in the community for a long time?
I really believe it is. I'm hearing more and more about poetry. It's in the newspaper now. We're getting a lot of media attention. Programs like this is a way that it's going back into the community.
Where do you see this program going in the next couple of months? Do you see it sort of spreading? Are we going to have poets?
World domination,
yeah,
really.
world domination. I like it.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, it keeps growing. I really believe in the program, and we just get so much, feedback of how the poets feel in the cafe, and it's always a positive experience for them. And we've had more and more submissions, and I think it's really going to grow.